You have something to say.
Mariah breaks the news right here.
We are pregnant.
Congratulations, sir.
The joy of the journey, but she's sharing so much more. I'm Billy Bush. It's Mariah on the sorrow she and Nick kept hidden until now.
I wonder, after losing the first child...
Only we have the wonderful news of Mariah Carey's pregnancy straight from the mom-to-be. Welcome to Access Hollywood. By now, most people know Mariah is pregnant. What they don't know is the road she traveled to get there, a road filled with both joy and heartache. Mariah exclusively invited me into her New York apartment to break the big news and tell her story.
People have been asking me, you're the first person I'm talking to. When I say the first person, I really mean it. Like, I didn't talk to anybody else. But yes, we are pregnant. This is true.
Mariah's secret is out, and she was glowing as she shared the good news with me. But finding that perfect, comfortable spot for our exclusive interview wasn't easy due to her already expanding tummy.
A little longer.
Maybe. I'm actually dealing with this. I'm talking yay. We're having a moment.
Great.
And it's been a long journey, but it's been tough because I've been trying to have, like I said, to hold on to a shred of privacy, and that was not easy.
That's due to the media's constant scrutiny. Is she or isn't she? And that, combined with added publicity for the release of her new Christmas album, Merry Christmas to You, next week, forced Mariah into coming clean.
So how far along are you?
Well, it's still early. It's still early. We're still expecting in the spring, let's say that. I don't want to give too much of, like, specific outlines.
Was it a tough road?
Actually, it was. It was difficult. It really was.
And Mariah's always been more focused on career than family, until she met and married Nick Cannon.
I would assume when you really fell in love with Nick, you realized, wait a minute, things are changing on me here.
Right. Well, that was the thing. We kind of, everybody assumed, oh, they got married so quick, must have been a shotgun wedding, so that's why, you know, everybody started talking about that.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
I remember well, another great secret.
Yeah, we definitely kept that quiet.
That was easier than this one.
Well, at this point, there's no choice. Like, I have to either talk or hibernate for the next however long.
Believe me, she is relieved today to have this news out. Well, as for the baby's sex, Mariah and Nick don't know yet, and are not sure they even want to know. That's the joyful news. Coming up a little later, the heartbreak, the miscarriage she had to hide from the world. Sean.
All right, Billy,
But yes, we are pregnant. This is true.
More from my Mariah Carey exclusive. That was the joy. But there's heartbreak in the story as well, and that's when husband Nick Cannon joined the interview.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Is it emotional for you, or how do you feel?
Oh, this absolutely emotional, but for so many reasons. I mean, obviously the greatest gift on earth is a child, but then just the process and, you know, how much we've been through, you know.
We didn't even talk about that.
Oh, you guys didn't get into it?
No, because we were waiting for you.
This is the sad part of the story. It began 2 years ago following Mariah and Nick's secret wedding with the media's obsessive speculation that Mariah was pregnant. At the time, they were in Monte Carlo for the World Music Awards.
We thought it was fun because they kept saying, oh, she's pregnant. We were like, haha, yeah, whatever. So
we took the test.
We took the test, and it was positive, and we were like,
took another
is this
test.
a real, you know?
Another test.
Only one person knew about this. And we were like, let's not tell anybody else.
Sadly, a little over a month later, Mariah suffered a miscarriage.
Literally the day we were supposed to travel to Aspen, we had an ultrasound and with the OBGYN, and unfortunately, that was a time where he said, I'm sorry, but this, you know, the pregnancy is unsuccessful. And that moment for me, even though it was emotional for both of us, that's when I really saw the strength in this woman right here, to see literally, not only she just handled it so well, and then to get on a plane and have to spend Christmas with friends and family. And
we hadn't told.
No one knew, but they were always I felt like everybody was kind of speculating that
hoping
this is
that
when
they
we
would
were
get,
gonna.
They're reading the magazines too. They're like,
and literally in a magazine it said they're gonna let everyone know during the holiday.
And it was really sad. So we had really to absorb this and take it in.
And that's what I said, like, her strength to literally be, you know, during the day so festive and smiling, obviously, for cameras and spending time with everyone, and then, you know, literally at night crying yourself to sleep.
The bottom line is that was a sad note. And so it took some time to recover emotionally, and it took time to recover physically because I had to have an operation, you know, a procedure.
Which turned into 2 procedures and months of recovery.
Thank God it wasn't anything life-threatening or major surgery to the point where, you know, it was
But it's emotional and
It's-
And it
invasive.
was a
Yes.
6-month process.
at least.
Mariah, I wonder after losing the first child, was there a part of you, because of the media pressure, that felt like that you had to get pregnant or else you would have failed in some way?
I mean, obviously that would be you would imagine that would enter someone's mind. Because I didn't expect that. I didn't know what to expect. And then when that happened and I wasn't able to even talk to anybody about it, that was not okay. That was not easy. You know, and I've never really been a very forthcoming person about my personal stuff. Like, it's just not my thing. But honestly, to me, this type of thing is almost like, ew, weird. Why do I have to talk about this in front of the world? It kind of shook us both and took us into a place that was really dark and difficult.
But it definitely brought us closer together. It strengthened our relationship.
Tomorrow on Access Hollywood.
I believe, you know, that process helped her get through this.
I would get chills in a much more intense way than I would normally get chills.
Mariah's difficult recovery after her miscarriage. How Celine Dion inspired her effort to get pregnant again, and plenty of help from Nick. Tomorrow on Access Hollywood. Final 45 time, and we leave you with more from our exclusive interview with Mariah and Nick, and how after their miscarriage, they began the fun part, planning the right time to try and get pregnant again. Bye-bye, everyone.
You said this time we're gonna map this baby out.
Right.
We're gonna do our best, but it's up to, you know, we are not in charge.
Right.
So.
My advice was like, okay, after, because she went on tour, I was like, after
And
the
on tour, we were like, okay, we'll try while on tour, but that's not really
yeah, I mean, of course, we was
realistic.
always trying.
Practice is the best part.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Exactly. But yeah, no,
The tour buses are rocking.
Stop. Stop. Oh, my
A man is a
goodness.
man, you know what I mean?
All right.